definitely going to be a really tough game. I mean, what do you think? You think it'll be a high-scoring game?
See, I'm going to be honest. I think I picked Seattle on my TikTok. I think I said 31-27. So relatively high scoring. I think Jamal Adams coming back, that was just announced a little bit earlier, he's going to be active. I think that's going to have a big impact on how Buffalo's going to want to play. I saw them. Can I say? I think Seattle defensively, without Jamal Adams, big-time liability in the secondary. Mm-hmm. I thought Buffalo was going to try to pound their secondary. I thought they were going to try to get vertical. But with Jamal Adams in the picture, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. With him back, I think it's going to be a little bit lower scoring, honestly. Something along the lines of maybe 28-24. I still like Seattle, though, I got to be honest.
Yeah.
Buffalo's looked a little shaky in recent weeks against New England last week. In my opinion, they got a little bit lucky at the end of the game. And obviously Tennessee before that. And they've looked a little up and down recently. But it is not a game that Buffalo can't win. Let me put it that way. I think it's going to be a one-score game. Might be a game whoever gets the ball last wins. But in those kind of situations, you got to love Seattle. They've been so good in close games this year. You think about all the games that they've won in the last minute, the last second. And against Arizona, that's the one exception. And some can say that Arizona got lucky to be back in that game. So I like Seattle in a very close one.
Nice.
Yeah, I definitely think that's fair. Yeah. I think we could score on their defense. I'm not too afraid of their defense. 100%. It's just if Allen, can perform. I mean, he's been very up and down. We saw what he did first 4 weeks. He looked awesome, and then he's kind of went back to what we saw the previous couple of years. But, yeah, if they have Jamal Adams back, that makes it a whole lot harder.
I mean, just announced a couple hours ago. I didn't know. I got an update from a guy that I know, and I think that'll make it a little bit more difficult. I honestly think Buffalo is going to try to run the ball in this Seattle defense. I really do. I think that they're going to want to try to control the clock, keep the ball away from Russell Wilson. You look at the game that Seattle lost, Arizona destroyed them in time of possession. And I think that's kind of the formula to stop the Seattle offense. It's so good. It's like ridiculous, right? So you think about historically, and you guys as Bills fans know this better than anybody, to stop a great offense, keep them off the field, right? Mm-hmm. You look at Super Bowl 25.
Whoa.
I'm giving an example here, right? The Giants went into that game with one game plan. Don't give Jim Kelly, Thurman Thomas, Andre Reed the ball. And they didn't, and look what happened, right? So I think in any big game, when you have a fantastic offense coming into the game, your defensive game plan should be don't let them touch the ball. Mm-hmm. And I think that should be Buffalo's game plan coming into this week against Seattle too.
Mm-hmm. For sure.
Agreed.
For sure. And then, I saw say we want to see Air Allen. So you saw Josh Allen those first 3 weeks. They were almost calling him MVP, and I'm like,
he was, in my opinion, he was top 4 or 5 MVP talk the first few weeks.
Yeah, really. He was on fire. Like it was fun to watch because us, we're watching like there it is, it's time. Here we go. He's just slinging. There we go. It's time. And then what was it? The Titans game just brought us down. It was like here we go again. Yeah. Yep. We got the division.
That's going to happen with any young quarterback. He's still growing. He's in his third year in the league.
Right.
He's still growing as a passer. He's still growing as a decision maker. Mm-hmm. So, weeks like that are going to happen. Stretches like this are going to happen. You look at any quarterback in their third, fourth year in the league. It doesn't matter how great you are. You're going to have your down weeks, your down months. It's just a matter of how you bounce back. And this is a great opportunity for him to prove that he's ready for the big time. It really is. This is a fantastic opportunity for him.
Yeah. the though most of the people are also not on the Josh Allen bandwagon. I have my 2 Josh Allen jerseys because he's my man. Josh Allen looks good in shorts and it's all good. Of course, Bills Sunday at 1:00. They're gonna be without Mitch Morse, Matt Milano, Josh Norman. If you've seen, we love Matt Milano around here. We do not like AJ Klein.
One of my best friends is from Rochester. He's a Buffalo Bills season ticket holder.
Yep.
He loves Matt Milano.
Matt Milano, man. He's a beast. He's a
stud.
So good.
Not AJ Klein though.
Oh my god.
Oh. Has he mentioned AJ Klein to you? Has he mentioned that guy? Because AJ Klein
hates him.
Oh my god. Oh. It was during the Patriots game, wide open. He went right down the lane. I don't know what it was. He just completely missed him. I'm like,
What made me so mad was when McDermott was like, I think Klein has been resilient. Like, oh, good for him. He misses a tackle. He goes back out there just to miss another tackle. Like, good for him. He's resilient. Like,
but we love our man Josh Norman as well. Once we signed him, he's got injury problems, but
sure.
But week 1, when he played for us, first game, what was that game? I forgot what game was that.
Jets week 1.
Yeah. When he he made his debut against the Jets, played phenomenal. He had that fumble, and we're like, here comes Josh Norman. We got him back, and then gets injured. He gets demolished by Derrick Henry. Gets embarrassed by. Oh, you saw that one. That was a meme too for a bit, getting flummoxed by Derrick Henry. But we're hoping for a good game. Seattle's favorite, but I think Bills. If we see Air Allen, they got inconsistent offense. Defense steps up a little bit. I think we could take this game.
For sure.
Yeah, sure. You got something, Kevin?
well, I just think too. I think it was really reassuring to see that we finally had a run game going last week.
Yep.
That was
Singletary.
just a big thing that's this whole year is we just could not run the ball, and I really think, yes, like for the first 4 weeks you could have Allen do everything. You can just rely on him to do whatever, but then it showed like he can't do it all every game. Like you need that run game.
I agree. Yep.
That's also with all the analysts on any pregame show. They'd be like, you got to get Singletary involved. Because that's what opens up your offense.
Establish the run.
Exactly. But then Buffalo's like, it's 4 wide, and my dad's in the back. Give it to Beasley. Beasley. He loves Beasley. Beasley's love Beasley. If you know Cole Beasley.
He's a good rapper.
He is a good rapper.